We have our analyst for you. But first, it's the locker room with Shokwe
I
Martins.
love that you're saying my name right now. And Victor Pepper.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
joining us for the next half hour, we've got Ini Abang Monday, who's Mike, Mr. B. Oh, thank you. Hey, Ini.
Yeah, good morning, Shopwell. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Lagos. Good to be here again.
Good
Yes,
morning,
yes.
Ini. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Man, the show started off already because can I just say our intern Joseph is the gift that keeps on giving. That's all I can say. Kind of like the repatriated Abacha funds. He just keeps coming and giving us little presents. Love it. All right, so we've got you to enter the locker room with us and send your WhatsApp messages into 0809 440 981. If you want to move things a little bit closer, we're already streaming live on youtube.com/smooth981FM. You can literally be inside the studio with us through your screen, only through your screen, guys. And leave your comments on that live stream and also tweet at us at smooth981FM. Tag us, we'll read it out. You know the drill.
Now, these are some of the stories for you. Club football restarts in Ukraine months after enforced break. Brazil star Casemiro signs for United. Chelsea considering Fofana U-turn. Anthony Gordon set for Chelsea move. Athletics, Usain Bolt seeks to trademark famous pose. Oh, Shepard talked about it a lot yesterday. Djokovic waiting to find out US Open fate. And tennis star drags Nick Kyrgios to court for defamation.
Oh, do you remember Kyrgios? This guy that was like, oh, that lady looks like she's had about 700 drinks. I said, what's your problem, guys? She said, guys, I'm, not normally litigious, but we're going to court for this.
And Tyson Fury wants £500 million to come out of retirement.
Yes, sir.
Let's get the story. Get the show started with.
What did I say? He's Jay-Z. Give him enough money. He'll do something. Okay, so let's start off in an empty Olympic stadium with bomb shelters prepared and Russia's threat still looming as top flight football returned to Ukraine yesterday. So Shakhtar Donetsk and Metalist Kharkiv drew 0-0 as Ukraine I was about to say Ukrainian. The Ukraine Premier League restarted 6 months after it stopped, and this is like just the day before, because today is their independence anniversary, and it's just all coming together. But also they have a tribute to their war heroes. It's kind of
It's a breath of fresh air. You've got to say it's been quite horrible. Russia decimating Ukraine for months now, and they've lost the core of their society, but just to find the hope to come back and play football is just fantastic. Sports is a unifying factor, and it's just great to almost literally kickstart the society again with football, and it's fantastic for them. I'm really pleased for them. Obviously, they can't have fans in the stadium. They can't have large gatherings because it's very risky. Obviously, they're taking precautions.
Yeah, and they said that if there's attacks, so they have to go underground somewhere,
Yeah, of
right?
course. It's they're taking precautions, but it's great to just have football back. It's great to have sports back, and it's fantastic. They're playing in Kiev. They're not playing in many cities. They're playing in one city in Kiev. Where they have maximum protection there. But it's just fantastic. I'm just wondering what's going on in the minds of the players. I'm just thinking, is there somewhere in their hearts where they are a bit worried? There could be an attack on them and all of that. I'm just wondering. Obviously, they would have been guaranteed that there's maximum safety. I'm sure that for them to agree to play, they would have thought they would have been, negotiations about their safety and guarantee that's why they accept to play. But it's just fantastic.
So you know what? One thing about the Ukrainians that we've seen through the war. Let's call it war because they can say, it's just a small invasion. It'll be over when it's over. The war.
Yeah.
Yes. The invasion of Ukraine.
So it's not a war because people can still play football.
Oh, come on.
I thought to put that in there. Go on, Shoko. I know you want to beat me right now.
Stay there. Stay in your
But
corner.
hey, these guys can.
You want your mic to be off?
Don't come back.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't come back until I tell
I can
you.
still talk from here. Go ahead, Shoko.
Oh,
You guys are problem
I was
person.
telling you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So as we was, I was trying to say. So something that we've seen is the Ukrainian spirit, right? And the fact that even grandmas can carry guns at this point. So one thing, what I probably feel, even though I'm not near them, but is that they're thinking that this could be their own effort it's all in the idea of restoring normalcy.
Yeah, exactly.
And making sure that that people can feel some sort of we know what football does.
Mm.
Football moves hearts, and it keeps minds focused. This is their effort at making sure that Ukraine comes out on top.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic because in the end, this is almost telling the Russian people or Putin. I hope I'm allowed to mention his name. This is almost telling him, you can hit us, but you can't break us. We're still going to stand
What is he,
united.
Voldemort? Putin.
You can hit us, but you can't break us. You can't break the unity of the Ukrainian people. And it's just fantastic because this is a message passed, and it's a very loud message, and we're really proud of the Ukrainian people.
Now, for me,
He's back.
what is football without the spectators, the people to
Yeah.
cheer you on?
Yeah.
Recall how it happened during COVID.
COVID, yeah.
The pitches were empty. They just had to play. Even they weren't. The players weren't motivated as much. You get the shouts,
Yeah, but I get your point, Pepper. But again, you've got to realize that even during COVID, in the thick of the COVID period, and when there was lockdown and there wasn't football, and then somehow football came back, empty stadiums. Football obviously has no life without fans. But again, it's an opportunity to pass a message, and you can't miss that opportunity. And that's what I think they've taken the chance to do, and it's great for them.
Real quick, so I just saw this quote and I want to read it right from Shakhtar coach Igor Jovicevic, who said, "Football is something that can move the emotions of the whole country and the people who fight for all of us. So football is essential for us individually as a team, not only for Shakhtar but also for the entire Ukrainian Premier League. It helps to continue living and shows the world that football goes on." That's what the country
Brilliant, just absolutely brilliant.
Now, from that brilliant quote, let's take you all the way to, Manchester United, where Real Madrid midfielder Carlos Casemiro has officially completed his transfer to the team. Man U, that did good on Monday evening.
Come on,
and we've not heard the best of that.
Come on, Pepper. I think United did so good on Monday. It wasn't just something you brushed aside like that, because it was well documented the fact that they lost their first 2 games of the season. Ten Hag became Man United's first manager since 19, we can't even remember, since many years ago, losing 2 opening games in the league. And all of a sudden we're dragging them about relegation. They are going to discover oil the way they are going down.
Out of relegation, thank goodness.
And then United pull off an absolutely barnstorming result on Monday. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't also know that a lot of my friends were Man U fans, and they were not posting all this while.
Okay.
They also came out of relegation.
Even you, when you post,
Listen, you wouldn't know, but right now, let me just tell you. So what's going to happen on our WhatsApp and our Twitter, even on YouTube, is that all the Man U fans are going to come out. They'll be like,
yes, Shakman, yes, I expect them to start sending those
obviously,
messages.
a lot of Man U fans, have been very restrained in the past 2-3 weeks. But on Monday, it was vociferous. It was crazy.
They brought out their kimono and red carpet.
My WhatsApp status was inundated.
Same as
United
mine.
fans, just came out from nowhere and said, "United, we stand, glory, glory, Man United, Red Devils for life,"
and
and all
I
that
expected
talk.
that attitude from Chelsea fans, not Man U.
But it was a good result for United, and signing Casemiro, it's a big deal for them. Obviously, they've thrown real money in there because the guy was earning, we're hearing, in the region of £190,000 every week. United are offering him 350.
Woo!
And for a player at the twilight of his career, it's great money. We call it pension money. So retirement money. It's great money, but he brings genuine quality in that middle of the park for United. Obviously, he's an upgrade on anything they have in that position, and he will come in and straight away he will lift the crowd. He will lift the players. What I worry about them is, they played so well in terms of the amount of kilometers they ran against Liverpool on Monday, but have they got the consistency to be able to perform like that for another 30 games, another 15 games, another 20 games? That's the question. It's great to celebrate. I think United have got a lot of issues, and Casemiro comes in and sorts out one. But there's still a lot more issues around the pitch that they need to sort out. But congratulations to them. I am not going to take their shine. I'm as pleased for them that they won in that way. Obviously, I got a friend who is not like Victor Peppo. He put in a lot of money that United were going to win. I don't know whether he had a dream or one prophet spoke to him before the game, and he won tons of money. So congratulations to United and their fans.
Remind me of my loss. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. And so let's talk about Chelsea now because Pepper has already dragged them in. So they pulled the plug on their bid to sign Wesley Fofana after Leicester City threw out a third bid worth £70 million, including add-ons.
I don't know what football is turning to. And, you know, a player, how can one human being be worth £70 million? I do not know. It's absolutely crazy money. And Wesley Fofana, by the way, is a good player. And look, I really like the kid. I think he's a fantastic player. But £70 million for a 21-year-old who hasn't achieved anything, I can dare to say, hasn't achieved anything in the game. I know the people will say, oh, come on, it's what the current market makes football look like. But it's absolutely insane money. £70 million for a player who has just played 2 top flight seasons at Saint-Etienne and Leicester. It's crazy money. And Chelsea, I don't know why they are really insistent on the boy. Obviously, he's a very good player, can come in and help the side. They've got Kalidou Koulibaly, they've got young Shaloba, they've got Thiago Silva, who I think is a Rolls Royce, good defender. But to spend that amount of money on a central defender when you spent £60 million on a left back, and yet Chelsea don't have a centre forward, I do not understand what they're smoking at Stamford Bridge. I do not know.
Hold on. But let's even just bring in the next story because they're already saying that they're going to pay 60 million, right?
Yes.
£60 million for Everton forward, Anthony Gordon.
Yes.
Yeah, who actually wants to move?
Yeah, Anthony Gordon wants to go to Chelsea.
He's like, I want Champions League football.
No, he says he wants Champions League football, but I don't think it's Champions League football. I think it's money.
Of course it is.
It is money. Because I look at Anthony Gordon, who's got a really promising career ahead of him, and sometimes, you know, we've seen this happen many times because we've followed football for a long time. We've seen a trend where young players, you know, play for averagely modest clubs who are, let's say you're earning, say, I don't know how much he's earning, but I don't think he's earning more than 10, 15 grand a week. You know, you're playing at a modest club, Everton, big club, by the way, you know, you're earning little money, and then Chelsea comes and offers you 80 grand or 100 a week.
This Chelsea bid like blew Tottenham Hotspurs out of the water.
Exactly. You know, so they offer you tons of money, and then all of a sudden the kid goes philosophical. I want to play Champions League football. Oh, I want to enhance my chances of being at the World Cup. And I'm saying, whoever is talking to Anthony Gordon has got to tell him the truth. Chelsea have got Conor Gallagher. Chelsea have got Mason Mount. Chelsea have got players in your position who are jostling to play. Chelsea have got Christian Pulisic, who is sitting on the bench. How do you think you can go and jump in front of the queue and play? You're not going to play. And that's the truth.
My good friend, as you are advising whoever is advising him to advise him what to do, as soon as they open their mouths, he's just going to be hearing 100,000
every week, and that's a big money in
One
it.
of my colleagues Olakule would say, if he was your brother, what would he
Exactly. Even if he comes in on the pitch at the 86th minute, like CR7, it doesn't matter as long as he's getting his pay. Anyways, we're taking that break. Let's take the break. When we do come back, we'll head straight to your messages. Keep them coming in. 0809 444 0981.
Yeah. Where are all our Man U fans are? Send your messages
They're
in
shy.
so we can read them. They're not shy.
We'll read from you after the break.
They just me like see how some they find trouble with this guy.
So now they'll send messages. Oh, hi. You too.
But seriously though, I'm sorry. I wish I'd been born in a footballing body. Oh my god. The money I would have made. I was like, how much? How much do you want?
See, I can understand if a black player does that, you know, an African player, you know, grew up. You know, because for Africans, I always say, when you live in Africa and you go to Europe to play, please, it's about money. That thing about passion and badge is for the Europeans because they live in a structured society. You know, they grew up in academies. They are sorted for life. Except they want to throw it away. They are sorted for life. But when you come from Africa, the challenges you go through, the pressures you go through when you come back. In Africa, when you come back from Europe, everybody expects you to stand on the road and be dashing people money. Europeans don't go through that. They don't understand what that means. That's why if you ask a European money, he'll be looking at you. Are you okay? So, but for a white player,
B is already in. B, I see your messages.
so for a white player,
You're like, no, the advice needs to hit different. All right, we're in.
All right, welcome back inside the locker room. Let's bring you some of the messages that have come in so far. Shakwe, let's do this quickly. 0809-444-0981 is the number to send that message to. When I said quickly, it wasn't for you, Shakwe. Don't be like that. You want some candy?
Yes.
Outside the studio, we can't eat here.
Chimavi Victor from Alaba International says, Pepple, I hope you didn't put your money on Liverpool to win.
No, start from the top. Now, why are you starting with my own message? Shakwe, don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Sorry. So Chimavi Victor says, congratulations to Manchester United for getting their victory. They really deserved it. Well, for Liverpool, they're just making the season EPL so easy for my darling Arsenal, as we will be lifting the EPL. No cap about that, Grey Baba. And he goes on to say, I don't understand how Chelsea is offering £70 million for Wesley Fofana. That is absolutely ridiculous for me. Leicester City shouldn't think twice. They should just collect the money immediately. And hopefully Fofana won't end up as Maguire, who has caused more harm than good since he joined Man U. And then, can I now read the Pepple message?
Go ahead.
No, you read it.
Pepple, I hope you didn't put your money on Liverpool to win. I just want to check something here because I know you haven't recovered from what Chelsea did to you over the weekend. Thank God that you took him. Wait, what happened last weekend? Can you even bring out your money to put again? You cannot try it.
And we've got another one in from ZZ Classic.
I was waiting for club to give us excuse like we couldn't win the match because Ten Hag intentionally benched Maguire. The truth of the matter is Liverpool isn't the Liverpool we know ever since Main left.
And then we've got this one in from B, who says, up on YouTube, B says, Man U benefited from a Liverpool side that were way under par, who have also had a dismal start to their season. It's not about Manchester. It's not about Manchester United. Okay.
Yes. Oh my shock also. Wait to shock you.
Yes.
Never knew Man U could win a match. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That was refreshing.
Don't do that. With that, we go to the stories.
Very, very brisk. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about, Usain Bolt. Money moves, man. Okay, so the former Olympic and World 100-meter champion Usain Bolt has moved to trademark a logo of himself in his familiar celebration pose. Now, it depicts him pointing skywards in silhouette, and the application for the logo was filed in the US last week. He's like, I want to make money. I want to put this on restaurants. I want to put it on shoes. I want to put it on bags. I want to put it everywhere.
Yeah, I like it. I like when sports people evolve. You leave the sports and then you still want to stay very relevant. And Usain Bolt, without doubt, is the greatest. He is the goat of the goat. He is the greatest of all time. And to because I've seen people do that. I've seen people do his trademark celebration. Obviously the guy wants to be the boss, and he wants to make tons of money out of this thing, and he can make money from it. I'm really pleased for him. He tried his hands on football. He thought he could play football. He really backed himself that he could play football, but didn't quite work out. Had a lot of trials for United, Dortmund, a few clubs in Australia and all what, but he hasn't quite worked out. But I just feel like this is an opportunity to make more money, stay relevant in sports, because not just sports, outside of sports, in business, and just do great for yourself. I'm really pleased for him. I like Usain Bolt. He brought us a lot of excitement. Apart from just burning the tracks, he was a showboater.
Oh, that thing was, it got to the point where it's like, you're saying, calm down. Like, you just be seeing someone, it's like, oh, this poor people, let me just run next to them. You can literally see him like, oh, I'm just keeping you guys company. All right, bye now. No.
The guy was just, the guy was incredible. And I don't know, sometimes you just sit there and say, oh, come on, he's worked hard. He works really hard. When you get to the top, people say, oh, he's worked really hard. He's put in a lot. A lot of people put in the work. I just feel that there are some people who just have superhuman abilities.
Right.
And that was Usain Bolt, because build-ups to tournaments, you hear he's not in great shape. Oh, he's not really in that mojo. He's not really run. He's been injured here and there. He's not in good form. Gets to the tournament and he will say, "Who's your daddy?" You know, he did that a lot of the times, and he retired winning. I know Pepper would have loved that. He retired when the ovation was loud.
I don't like the look on Chocolat's face. Yeah, but I mean, he gave that sugar daddy vibes every time he was
of
running.
course,
And
brilliant guy.
She didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. I'm still blinking now. Okay, so playing devil's advocates, right? On the other side of things, we've seen people trying to trade back all sorts, right? So I'm just thinking, like, what if Cristiano Ronaldo decided that he was going to trademark his celebration?
Yeah, but Ronaldo is a goat, you know. Anything.
Is it because you're
Ronaldo
a
is
goat that you
Ronaldo is blockbuster. Usain Bolt Ronaldo is to football what Usain is to athletics.
Arguable.
You know, arguably, right? But Usain Bolt is the greatest athlete you would ever find. You know, his world record of since 2009. Nobody's going to go near it. Don't worry. Nobody's going to go near it because that guy was just superhuman. And if he says, "I want to trademark this thing, you know, I want to make this thing really mine," I mean, I don't think many people.
All I know is there's one David Olaolu somewhere who has been pulling that move since 1979, and he's like, "Bolt who?" I'm just saying.
Anyways, let's keep it going. Where Novak
Just
Djokovic
saying.
is still waiting on to find out whether he can compete in the US Opens this month, with tournament chiefs evaluating the protocols of safety. In fact, he had been banned from competing at this year's Australian Open and deported from Melbourne due to COVID-19 vaccine status.
What is the US Open without Novak Djokovic? Makes no flipping sense whatsoever.
Still the US Open.
I mean, but it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Because it's just like, you know, in football terms, you know, you're going to the World Cup and they say Argentina is coming, but Messi will not be in the squad. It makes no sense at all. You know, you've got to find, at some point, you've got to sit down and ask yourself, you know, what do we stand to gain if he's not here? What do we stand to lose if he's not here? You know, you've got to find out those things and, you know, consider it. And we're hoping that the US authorities will be able to, you know, relax some of the protocols so that we can have
relaxed a number of protocols with regards to the COVID-19. So, you know,
hopefully
more likely than not.
Hopefully he can't be there, you know, because I personally, I don't know Djokovic's reasons for not taking the vaccine. I don't know, but I always feel like you've got to allow people to stand by what they stand by and what they believe in. He doesn't want to take the vaccine. It shouldn't be compulsory. It shouldn't be forced on him, man. He's a sports person. He's an icon in the game, and he's got a lot to play for. And the guy is not even bothered. He's saying, if you don't allow me play, it's fine. I still have an opportunity to play other Grand Slams. But
see, I'm gonna go with the unpopular view, or maybe I don't even know which view it is now. But just like you said, he's standing by his what's the word we're looking for? He's standing by his So if you have to stand by something, it means that you're gonna take some hits.
He might miss the US Open. Yeah, he's already missed that of Australia 3 weeks ago.
He's not bothered. Don't worry.
But just like the question you asked, now the US Open, no Novak Djokovic.
It's their loss. It's their loss. To be honest, it's their loss. It's because this is a big guy.
Will survive.
They actually will survive. They're a big brand. Obviously, they will survive.
Yeah.
But Novak Djokovic is such a big name in the sports that you would rather want to have him in the tournament.
Now, you know, it's a big deal, COVID vaccines in the United States.
Yeah, of course.
But are we going to see any concessions for him?
I think there might be, because we're hearing the negotiations, that talks, you know, there are pressures actually, you know, this is one person that you just feel you can give a bit of concession, and
as long as it's all overboard, because that Australian one was just in real time.
Those ones there, I don't think we can go back to that because it was just really crazy for him.
All right, should we read some messages?
Messages and more messages.
Okay, Victor from Aja says, on the Red Devils, good win for you guys. If you guys are feeling great this period, it's okay. I mean, beating Liverpool is a welcome boost for y'all. And then also he says he's waiting for Gunners. Waiting for you guys, Gunners for life. Chelsea, stop being desperados. You're making players overpriced with the money that you're throwing around. FIFA financial player rule, and please let them allow Djokovic to play so that when Nadal wins, it won't be said that if only Djokovic had participated, Nadal wouldn't have won it.
I know what?
Thank you.
All right, Emeka from Amuwo is saying, why is Chelsea wasting their money on Fofana when Harry Maguire is wasting at Manchester United? As for Liverpool, when you play a 95-year-old ancestor like James Milner in the midfield, that's what you get. By the way, I heard he's still sliding on the floor from the Sancho dribble.
Biggie from K2 says, Man U, I know, just won the match because they did not start Maguire.
Everyone has started. Gosh. And
Their god of banter had to give them a break for a bit, but we wait for Southampton to remind them of their place on Saturday. And Liverpool is really lacking that number 9.
And Marshall is arguing he's vital. His close touch and close control is vital. He goes on and on with the messages there. Marcelo reminds me of Evra. Even when Bruno wants to score the gear, Martinez stop him. He's a warrior. He is a warrior. Height doesn't matter in football.
Okay. Also, okay, that's the same message. And we'll take a look at this one in from Ola from VI, who says, I'm sad about the treatment of the Falconers. Did you see the picture of the team sleeping on the floor in the airport? I cry for our Nigerian football administrators. So sad. How do you want these ladies to be patriotic?
This is not the first time it's happening to the women in sports, and I don't like it.
Guys, I deliberately omitted that story because I felt really angry and I was going to say some very unprintable things, and that's why I omitted the story because this is not the first time.
It's not the first
and
time.
I said it the other time, Shock, but this can never happen to the male.
That's
team.
what I'm saying. I mean, it happens to the women all the time. I've never seen it happen to the men.
Male team. It can never happen. Don't worry, it can never happen.
There was this time, I think there was a vaccination story one time. They still kept them at the airport.
I remember that, and they were someone had to start filming. It was like they had been waiting and waiting and waiting. You don't make any provisions for them.
Victor, the people who run our football should cover their heads in shame. Because this is not just embarrassing, this is utterly disgraceful. And these people who sit down and run our football, and then tomorrow somebody will come out and say, they've done this, they've done that. How can you treat people, human beings like you, like that? More so women. It's just disgraceful. And anywhere else in the world, people who run our football should be resigning. They should be kicked out of the office because it's terrible.
Welcome to Nigeria. We move on. Oh, actually, let's do another story real quick. So, a fan who Nick Carrier said was drunk out of her mind during the Wimbledon final is taking legal action against the Australian tennis player. He lost in his final to Djokovic in July and said the woman looked like, and I quote, like she's had about 700 drinks as he complains.
I don't know what goes through the mind of Nick Kyrgios when he's playing tennis, because when he's out of tennis, when he's in press conference, he looks like he gets sense more, he's more relaxed. But when he's playing tennis, the adrenaline, he just goes absolutely crazy. I just really hope that this woman can win this case. I really hope.
How much is he paying to her, please?
I don't know.
But she's taking him to court to find
defamation.
out.
I mean, he should pay. I want the guy to pay so he would behave properly the next time.
I don't know, but it's just crazy for Nick Kyrgios.
Let's talk Tyson Fury, who's proposed an undisputed heavyweight title fight with Usyk and has received the green light from the WBC. In fact, whooping £500 million for the bout.
I don't know what is wrong with Tyson Fury. Nigerian parlance will say, I'm rubber money. The kind of money he's looking for just one night of, that's 200 years of work. Tyson Fury wants it in one night. And it's quite incredible because I get a feeling he will get it.
Because I was about to say, if he can get it, he can get it.
I think he will get it. He knows he can get it. That's why he's putting it out there. It's just quite crazy. And I'm really pleased for Usyk because obviously he will get a chance to fight Fury. But it would be fantastic to see that fight really happening. But £500 million? Come on, I'm doing the wrong job.
Please, in your bone, can they tell Amaju Pinnick that the destruction they have done to our football is enough? They should pack all their things and leave us. Let them go and spend the money that they have taken. No cap about that. All right, Timo B. Victor, that's your message. It wraps things up here for us today on the show. Thank you so much, Ini, for being a part of the show. Catch him on Twitter. Monday underscore Iniobong. Yes, I memorized that one like my phone number. That's it.
Slowly.
Yeah, so I don't make mistakes now. Monday. As long as I get it right.
Ini had finished it.
Monday underscore. Anyways, 9 o'clock Lagos. You will be talking Friday. We do this again right inside the locker room.
Yes, we will.
Always a pleasure having you in the studio.
Absolutely fantastic, man. See you Friday.
Shokwe Martins.
Victor Capo. And we're done. 9 o'clock is going to be Lagos Talks.